pushed aside. And now you have someone that at the end, a month before spring training says, hey, we'll give you $1 million or something to come spring training and see what happens. You never know. And that uncertainty to me is not worth it.
Can you believe you might spend your whole career here? I mean, that's a pretty rare.
I hope so. I'm going to play until they kick me out of here. For one, I think I'm really flattered about it. I play hard, and I think I earned that aspect of it. I'm never going to give up that type. I think it demonstrates what I feel Detroit is kind of all about in every sport here. Football, basketball, all of them, hockey. I just feel there's a certain mindset to here, and so being rewarded and staying in this organization as the kind of guy that's going to represent them well and play like that. Yeah, I'm glad they are, and I think I fit the mold for it. But at the same time, I feel like they have a sense of loyalty to me as well as I do to them, and I'm very grateful for that. I really am.
I'm sure you talk about like other guys around the league, and you know what they're like in the clubhouse. Does it mean something to you? I mean, you might think that you are a certain way in the clubhouse, but that this organization wants to keep you. I mean, they would know as well as anyone. That's got to be make you feel good about how you conduct yourself.
It kind of makes me feel that my priorities, I think, are on the right line. Because if they're thinking how I am, then we're on the same page. And I know that that's how they're thinking too. I mean, we've had conversations about it, me and Mr. Leland. Dave, we've talked about how important the clubhouse is. I mean, obviously you have to perform on the field, but if you don't have the guys that are going to mesh together and play hard for one another, it really doesn't make a difference. It kind of just, it'll just fizzle out towards the end. So I know it's important. I just look at 06, and I know that season was a great season, and we had potential. And supposedly we overachieved in the postseason. I didn't feel that way. I felt like we had that killer attitude that was great in the clubhouse, that everyone had their back. And I base everything off of that year, because I know that what it took to win that year is the same thing it has to take every year for any team. And so that's the clubhouse that we need, and we still have that clubhouse. Now it's a matter of staying healthy. This year was health issues. That's all this year was. I still think we could have been great with Zumaya staying in there, Maglio, me, Gian. I mean, everyone fell out at the same time. That's what this year was, but it makes you feel good that at least we're all on the same page, and I think we're working towards a pretty good goal.
How long are you going to keep that suit on after you get out?
2 seconds. 2 seconds. This is not me. I'm not a suit guy at all. I'm more of a jeans and a torn-up shirt. But it was just a respect thing. These guys are going to get a deal done like this soon. Someone mentioned earlier, I was very grateful that they were coming at this early to try to get it taken care of. And for me, knowing that I want to be here, it's something that's important to me too. If we get my deal done, which is probably minor in the grand scheme of things, if I think we're going to go out and sign some pretty big names, getting me out of the way, like you said, now he doesn't have to think about maybe the left side if he wraps up Peralta too. That's done with. Now all of a sudden you can go out, and to have us done early, now he can concentrate on whatever they need to get, to make this team a very contending team down the stretch. So for them to come at me early and me wanting to be here, it was important that I go ahead and show them the same respect that they showed me by offering me early, get it done quickly so we can move on and get this team where we need to be.